Hello and welcome to another week's edition of the Weekly Waller Review Show. Had another fantastic nail-biting week. Starting off with not such a nail-biting win from Scirocco last Wednesday.
Yeah, well-deserved win, Charlie. He's been up a long time. I can remember racing back in May at Scone. Been through all the wet tracks of autumn and winter and come out on a good track last Wednesday, and a nice Hugh Bowman ride saw him score well.
Okay, and then Saturday we had Up and Rolling.
He won well.
Very well.
Very impressive horse. He won me over. I love the way he extended the last 200 metres. His action looked good, so I think he's one to keep following, Charlie, for the owners and the people that follow the stable.
Okay, and then Winks.
Wow.
Went well in there much?
She did. Yeah, no problems. Came out with the field, which is obviously good. Hugh said she was good in the barriers, so yeah, I think a big plus. It was an interesting race. To be honest, I thought at the 200 metre mark she may not win, because mathematically I don't think she could have run any better, and only a horse like her can reel off those sectionals. Interestingly, from the ratings that were provided yesterday, they didn't go hard early, so that obviously tells us why the race panned out the way it did. Good ride by Josh Parr and Red Excitement to get free rolling, I guess, from about the half mile, which caught the others napping, and wow, the ground she made up was quite unbelievable, staggering, yeah. And then to get there and win by a length.
And Hugh with no stick.
It was just unbelievable, and just adds to her story. I don't think there's much more we can say really, but she keeps surprising people, and that's what you expect a good horse to do, I guess.
Yeah, it's just a shame we don't have two, but
yeah, she's pulled up well and heads to George Main in 2 weeks' time. Pretty standard procedure for her. She'll have two gallops. She's actually put on weight since the run, believe it or not. And that's a fact. She's put on about 3 kilos. So what we see every preparation with her, she holds her weight from her first run to her last run. It's quite remarkable. I've never seen it before. Each time I second guess myself because she always comes in 5 or 10 kilos heavier. And I think, okay, are you fit enough? Because you're 10 kilos heavier than last prep. Will you strip fitter after your first run? She just stays the same.
yeah, it looks
Unbelievable. Never seen anything like it.
quite amazing. Anyway, we'll
yeah.
crack straight on to Rose Hill, where we've got more exciting horses. In the first we have Midnight Delight. Winkers go on for the up in grade.
Yeah, interesting race. She's obviously down in weight. Promising horse, I think. It's a big jump in class. She hasn't won a midweek yet, but I think deserves a spot here. The distance will be perfect. She has drawn a bit wide, but it's Rose Hill. She'll get plenty of time to wind up, and I'm sure with the lightweight will be competitive.
Okay, into race 3. Well, very well represented with last start winner Allwood and Hugh Bowman from barrier 7.
Yeah, it drops 200 metres in distance and goes up in weight. Purposely backed off his work and just galloped him at 3/4 pace and well held the last furlong in a couple of his gallops, so he'll certainly be fit enough. He should be sharp enough as well. In a race like this, coming back in trip, you tell the jockey to use the full length of the straight. Don't expect him to win at the 300 metre mark, but he should gradually wear them down and be very hard to beat again. He was pretty impressive the other day.
We also have Vaucluse and Corey Brown, barrier 13.
Yeah, he's had a mixed preparation. Corey was his harshest critic of his ride last start. I think that it was just a victim of circumstances. Awkward gate again is going to make it tough because I don't really want him racing up outside the speed, because that's when he had the problem a couple of starts ago. So leave it to Corey and hopefully he gets a little bit of luck, but he's won at this distance and track. This preparation just needs an ounce of luck.
We also have last start winner Scirocco, awkward barrier in barrier 10.
Yeah, he's also entered for Canterbury on Wednesday, so probably leaning towards there, Charles. He just loves Canterbury. But in saying that, 1800 metres is probably the key distance on a big track like Roseville Ramwick.
Absolutely. And quick defence, Brenton Abdullah.
Yeah, he had drawn strongly last start. I would say it's a good distance for him as well. Brenton will get the best out of him. As you said, drawn well. I think last start he drew a bit awkwardly and we went back to near last. That was in an Holwood's race, so he'll be in the first three, mate.
Okay, into race 6, the Scirocco Stakes. Ome Sword, barrier 11, Hugh Bowman.
Yeah, obviously a little bit awkward gate. Probably have to ride it conservatively from that draw. But a good horse. But she's had a bleed once. I won't come into the fact of riding it too close or sitting wide, because I think that's what makes it hard for them. So we'll make it as easy as possible the first half, and then hope that she's up to the challenge to finish off strongly, because it is going to make it hard for her to win. But she's come on well since her first up run, where she was very unlucky.
Okay, and into the Theo Marks we have Fox Plate, barrier 6.
Yeah, good draw, big weight for a mare to be carrying against these types of horses. Good jockey and Blake Shin aboard. Going to have a chat to the owners, or Denise Martin, and just see what she thinks, whether we run her here or save her for next Saturday in either a Weight for Age George Main or the Bill Ritchie. Lovely race, but just don't want to flatten her. She only well, she took a good week to get over her first up run against Lynx. It worked since then, it's been very good. I don't want to flatten her again. Giving some pretty handy horses 3 and 4 kilos in weight.
Okay, we also have Good Project, first up, barrier 7.
Yeah, he'll run well, Charlie. Hugh Bowman aboard. He had the run in Queensland in the Stradbroke. I think he ran about 5th. So holds a bit of residual fitness from there. I think he'll run a cheeky race. Okay,
and also Egg Tart.
Yeah, good filly. Last year won 2 Group 1 races. Now she's a mare. Barrier 4 should get a nice run. Kira McAvoy aboard in a field of 8. Bit of weight to carry against the older horses now, of course. 1300 is probably a touch short, but as long as she's attacking the line, I'll be more than happy.
Okay, into race 7, the Run to the Rose. We have Tangled.
Had a Queensland prep, won a Group 2 race up there, and then just had no luck. And I think he'll appreciate a good track, which he'll get on Saturday. Ty England, barrier 1. A few positives there, and a really tough race. I doubt he's a Golden Rose chance, but we're giving him his opportunity to prove himself. I'd say we'll be taking the second tier 3-year-old races, hopefully joining into a better race up over a mile later in the prep.
Okay, we also have Kiji Phoenix, first run for the stable, blinkers on.
Yeah, welcome addition from New Zealand, from the Don Logan stable. He came over from New Zealand with a good reputation. I think he ran into a problem in Queensland, but he's certainly come back well. Good draw. We've found the blinkers have really sharpened him up in his track work, so again, just like to see him attacking the line strongly. I wouldn't expect him to beat the likes of Minari and Pariah, but as long as he's finishing off strongly, I'll be more than happy. And when he gets up to a mile, look out.
Okay, we also have, in race 8, we have Thumbelina, barrier 1, 53.5 kilos, Glenn Schofield.
Yeah, forget her form last prep on the wet track. She didn't cope with them at all. She can bounce back this preparation. First up, the nice lightweight, I'm sure she'll run well.
And into the last, we have Oklahoma Girl resuming, barrier 15.
Yeah, she did a good job last prep. I think all her wins have been over a mile. She's Group 1 placed now over in the Oaks behind Egg Tart. Tricky race to be resuming in barrier 15 with that big weight, but as long as she's hitting the line well, I'll be happy.
And last but certainly not least, Wayanka, barrier 10, Brenton Abdullah.
Well, he's done a good job in Melbourne. He's been up for a long time, but certainly still looks well. He went to Ramwick last Saturday and had a gallop with Egg Tart. They both worked nicely well within themselves. Good jockey aboard. This is his right distance. Forget his form when he's been running over beyond 1400, because he doesn't get anything beyond that. But 1400, very good horse.
Okay, we'll nip up to Doomben quickly, where in race 2 we have Gretna, first run up in the Queensland stable.
coming back in distance, but it's a nice race for us. She's drawn well, gives us a chance to ride her a bit more conservative. I'm sure she'll run well.
Okay, and into the 2040 metre race, we have Vassal, barrier 1.
Edging his way back into form. He is coming back in distance from 2200 to 2000, but I'm not too concerned about that. As you said, good barrier. Be aggressive from the gates, have him midfield, and he'll run the first 3.
Okay, also in the same race, Loving Home, barrier 7.
Yeah, he hasn't won a race this prep, but he's run some good seconds and thirds. I think he's been struggling at the 2200. He's coming back to 2040. I think that's a big plus for him.
Perfect. Right, anything else you need to tell anyone?
Not really.
Well, that's good. Have a great weekend, everyone.
See ya.